What's up, YouTube? This is JP Panther back with a video, and today's video is actually my God of High School episode 6 review. I know this is, kind of like, oh, JP, well, how come you haven't dropped the God of episode review like on Monday? I had other stuff to take care of and stuff like that, so I'm very, very late with this video, and I think it was very, very necessary. Again, I was gonna put the video out regardless, but I had other stuff to take care of, really watching an episode series and stuff like that, really analyzing it, takes up a lot of time, so I had other stuff to take care of. But I'm going to do this episode right now, and we're about to get into this review right now. So again, this episode review, you could tell that, this is just my personal opinion, what I've read on the webtoons, whatever. Like, the webtoon comic gives you more of a, trying to best way to describe it, is that it gives you more context and gives you more information about the characters and backstory. This series just seems like they're just rushing it. They're just trying to get straight to the fight, which is fine. I have no problem with it. But when you watch like episode 6, right, they give you the beginning of like Memorial Jin's, I guess, grandfather and stuff like that. Then we have it where like he's on the mountains in the forest. And then, we have it where later on they start fighting this other cult, like God group, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, you could tell, like, there's no, like, they said, here's Memorial Jin's grandfather. And then we kind of get straight back to where we were before. We get to where, it's, How and Han and Memorial Jin fought, and now I guess they won their particular rounds or whatever it is. Mira's still in a round. It seems like we're gonna have a 3-team battle. It seems like we're gonna have it where it's like 3 teams against the other team. So it's gonna be pretty much 3 groups. You're going to have 3 members in a group fighting other groups as well. So that's pretty much what it is, I guess, with the final tournament of the God of High School. And it seems like the other stuff we went through were just primarily, sorry, sorry, I can't say it, but preliminary, sorry, watch my language, but it just seems like that was just a test to see like who gets to get into the God of High School and stuff like that. But overall, with the episode, we get into it. It's more of a slice of life kind of moment a little bit, and then we have it where it's like now the Han and Mira and Han and Mira and Memorial Jin, they're training, they're doing their own thing. Then we find out that the commissioner, they kind of just announce all the stuff that, we're going to do this and this and that and that and that and that. And the other commissioner was just smoking a cigarette or a blunt or whatever it is on a live broadcast. Then we have it where the main guy, he's like really part of like this 6 god-like group, whatever. Like, it's just, you could tell like a lot of stuff doesn't really, they don't give you a lot of context when it comes to God of High School, at least when it comes to the series. It just seems like this is just a pure action type series. And then we have a dialogue with the group, we got with the crew and stuff like that. We also have it where Memorial Jin is like, he just wants to fight to get stronger, stuff like that. They're like, yo, you gotta chill and relax. Then we find out the old guy, one arm, it seems like he's like one of the powerful 6 or whatever it is. And then he walks past Memorial Jin, and Memorial Jin's like, something's wrong, something doesn't feel right, stuff like that. Then we also have it where Han, he's talking to like the commissioner guy, talking about how, what's up with this tournament? It seems very different. Why does it feel like, does it feel like regular fighters? It feels like something's behind the scenes. And he tells him like there's gods and monsters, deities, there's all this other stuff. He's like, oh, that explains why, the dude, the commissioner had the Joker Grim Reaper site attacking Memorial Jin. It's all this stuff that's happening, behind the scenes that, Han has realized that something ain't right with this tournament. Then we go back to the part where this Memorial Jin's grandfather fights a cult. He beats the crap out of them, and then of course, like the crew, like the god cult crew, uses this sword to attack Memorial Jin's grandfather, and it's like some crazy godlike power. Boom, destroys, and pretty much we get back to normal. It's weird how they like go back and forth with this episode, and pretty much it just seems like with this episode they're just training, preparing for the next tournament. And we also have it where Mira talks to the blind guy, talks about how, I don't feel as comfortable. I don't feel like I've won with my true strength. And he talks about he was blind and stuff like that because of moon style sword and stuff like that. Then him and Mira, they talk whatever, and pretty much says keep your head up, stuff like that. Then Mira leaves. After they talk, they leave. Then you have. The dude with the announcer with the blonde guy, he's talking to his wife and the kid, talking to his wife, whatever, and he's saying like something doesn't feel right, honey, take the kid and go home, blah blah blah. I was like, what do you mean? And then we find out the dude with the bunny rabbit suit is like some powerful godlike enemy, whatever, and it looks like he tries to fight the bunny rabbit guy, or the disguise as the bunny rabbit. Then the guy, he kills the announcer dude, and everybody's all crazy like, yo, what happened, stuff like that, and we don't know where he is. And then we kind of just get to the part where they announce the six, like I guess like the clubs or whatever it is. It's really hard to explain with this show, right? They don't really give you a lot of context. You kind of have to use your own judgment a little bit, right? And then you have all this stuff setting in between. Then we have the two other guys that were fighting in like the school area. It looks like he was about to send the other like worker into a dimension. Then you have the fire. Like you could tell these are like god-like human powerful threats, you feel me? That's what it seems like. And then we get to other parts where they all come to Memorial Jin's house, talking, chilling. It's like, oh, we found out where you live at, blah blah blah. We're talking, we're chilling, and he says, oh, my grandfather was amazing, stuff like that. And then we get to the part where we fast forward all this other stuff, right? Where they're about to fight. We saw the the candidates that are about to fight, and it seems like Memorial Jin's crew is about to fight the other crew, and pretty much we're finding out that like, where's the other commissioner dude? The dude who was smoking with the Joker, Grim Reaper sight, whatever. We find out that he's dead. And it's like, whoa! I was like, wow, it looks like he died. And he's like, oh, and the bad guy who dressed up as the bunny rabbit, he's like, oh, I just killed one of their strongest commissioner, and he just like seems like he's laughing about it, and he's just having a fun time. And that's pretty much the end of the episode. Again, I know that I didn't explain this the best way possible. I just gave you my interpretation of how I view the episode. So again, the episode is, what did I give this episode? I'll give it a 7 out of 10. I do think it was pretty good, pretty enjoyable. I don't think it's the greatest episode ever. I think the build-up was interesting, but I wish we would have had more build-up to the characters. You could tell in my personal opinion, I'm just looking at it from the outsider point of view. You could tell, because I've read a good amount of the webtoons, and it's kind of like telling you have to read the webtoons to understand what's happening with the anime. And it just seems like, in my personal opinion, they're rushing it. You could tell. They're just rushing it. And I think we only have, like, 6 or 7 more episodes left. So that's about, like, 6 or 7 weeks left. And it just seems like they're just pumping it out. And whatever is the big fight is whatever is the big fight. You feel me? That's just what it seems like. And it's not bad, but it's just like, hopefully, if they do a season 2, they explain things a lot better. Hopefully they get like 25 or 50 episodes to explain a lot more of a backstory, you feel me? And I think God of High School is pretty successful for what it is, you feel me? I just don't know how it's done by the numbers and whatever Crunchyroll or Warner Brothers numbers and gauges and stuff like that. That's really it, guys. Tell me what you guys think about this. Let me know what you guys think about that episode. Did you guys like the episode? Did you guys not like the episode? Let me know in the comment section below. Make sure you rate and like the video and subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Peace and have a great day and take care.